Hi guys, some technical difficulty, but we got to go in now. Today we're going to do a Valentine t-shirt design, and this one is meant strictly for those of us that have those grandchildren we love. Of course, we love all our grandchildren, but it dawned on me with my Cricut making that even though I've had it since July and I'm still learning, that I had not made myself anything. I'd made Christmas presents and I had done for everyone else, and I made a few things for the house, but nothing for me personally. So I decided the other day when I bought my granddaughter a t-shirt, I bought myself one. And I'm just now getting around to making the design, and I thought I'd share it with you. And you know, this is a common one. My favorite people call me Nana. But if you're still learning like me, then you need to watch people do things sometimes. And I find a lot of inspiration from those wonderful teachers on YouTube. So let's get started. I'm going to leave this one available because there's one of the fonts, and I just clicked on one of the names over here. I just tried to point on it with my finger. And then it dawned on me, y'all can't see my finger. You're only seeing what happens on the screen. But the names that are written inside the hearts, I clicked on one of those, and if I go right up here to see image information, it tells me the font that I used. And this I Love Glitter is one that I downloaded actually in another video that I did about uploading fonts from dafont.com, this website. So we're actually using a new font in this one. But I wanted to remind you that that is available to you, even though with Cricut Access, when you're a member there, have that subscription, everything you need is there. I could have chose any, but I needed some to download for that video so I could learn how to do it and make sure that I was sharing that information correctly. You know, Gibbs rules on NCIS, his rule number 3 is, let me see if I've got it right, don't believe everything you're told. Double check. So that's something we all should do sometimes. So that's what I try to do, is double check to see, and I still tell it wrong sometimes. Okay, let's get started. I've signed into Cricut Design Space. I'm going to click on New Project. And the font that I use for my favorite people, I'm going to click on Text, type in my favorite, and you could choose any that you want. You know that. Favorite people. My biggest decision right now is trying to decide if I want, let's go back to that design real quick. See this silver up here? And then I put silver here in their names. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to use this wonderful, beautiful foil iron-on that I just purchased from Cricut while they had it on sale? Or do I want to use this wonderful glitter vinyl iron-on? And this is the iron-on. Let's see. Let you customize. Gold. I may have clicked on the wrong ones. But I do have some silver glitter iron-on. This is the vinyl I think I pulled up. But which should I do? I think this fall chrome is just excellent with the pinks and the purples. Okay. We can get rid of the font right now too. Make my OBS work a little bit faster. That's the screen recorder if you're looking for one. I haven't had much problem with it. I overloaded it because I didn't do an update the other day. But anyway. Okay, my favorite people. And we're going to put it up at the top of the design. And I chose Art Nouveau. And if I remember right, you can find that real easy by just typing in art. Click on the search button. And it brings up Art Deco, stage left, stage right, and Art Nouveau. There we go. It's going to take just a second, I think. There we go. I was checking on something. I bought some fonts from Cricut here a while back, and I was checking to see if that was on my list of the fonts that I got. I think that one is a part of Access. I can check that by going back to fonts. I didn't want to tell you wrong, so I'm double checking. It's got the A beside it, so it is part of the subscription. Okay, just wanted to make sure. But I could have pulled up my fonts, and that's going to be the ones that I purchased. I think it also includes, since I'm on the subscription, yes, it includes the Access ones. Okay. My favorite people. Call me. And I made the call me real simple. But it's still doing the Nouveau. So I'm going to go back. I've got to clear out what I typed in. I'm going to press on the X. And I want something just real simple. Call me. And I placed it about right there and used that size. Now my favorite people, it just dawned on me, it seems like I made that just a little bit smaller. Seems like the letters are a little bit closer together. Let's move this down just a little bit. If I can grab it. And then we're going to select the phrase, my favorite people. And we're going to go up here to letter spacing. And we're going to put in a 0.2. Yeah, that puts it a little bit closer together. Now notice I said 0.2, not 2. That's going to put it too far apart. And we need to be just a little bit smaller than that. So it was smaller. That's 12.5. We've got to get it at 11 for the t-shirt, 11.5. Now a 10-inch design is usually what you want, so you could make it even smaller than that. But that's nice. And so that means this call me, if we can get it up into the space, I'm beginning to wonder if it's not design space, I'm sure it's probably me. Okay, it may be my laptop problem. Okay, call me. And they call me Nana with 2 N's. I was actually named after the Nana Snow Dog in the movie Snow Dogs. Okay, we're going to use, what did I use on that? Let's go back and look. I liked it because it's stretched out. And it's boys will be boys. Okay. As notice it says it right here. When it belongs to Cricut, it's going to tell you right there, unless you have welded and then you may just see weld result. Okay, notice I'm not choosing colors right now. I'll do that in just a moment. Okay, go to text, type in Nana, and I used all capitals, but the font itself may be all capitals too. So let's go up here to font, type in boys. Boys will be boys. Not sure which one it is I used. Nope, not the one with the arrow. So it's the block one. And what I did, let me get it up here in place. Put it about right there. I unlocked it. And then I stretched it. Now when I pull it up, it has the black layer blacked out. I decided I liked it better with the black layer visible. It really accentuates the color. Then especially for the color shirt that I chose. Okay, now we've got to get our little hearts in there. Oh, you know what we better do is save this. Because I would hate for something to happen to my computer and it not have. Okay, we're going to name it a Nana shirt. Now let's do Valentine t-shirt and be done with that. Okay, it's going to take you just a second. And we'll go over to shapes. Pull in the heart. And we want it just a little bit smaller. I did. And since I have 5 grands, I need to duplicate it 5 times. But what I did on mine, if you notice here, I made 3 of them one color and 2 the same color. I have 2 girls and 3 boys. And I tilted them all. Oh, there's my reminder of something. It's telling me it's time to go to bed. Don't want it to alarm again. It is almost past my bedtime. That's probably why I'm talking slower than normal. Okay, so a little bit smaller. And we're going to tilt this one and duplicate it. Let's change the color while we're doing it. We're going to get this pink. Duplicate. Pull it down here. Now you may have 15 grandkids. And I think actually Nana was a little bit longer too. We'll see. Okay, then we're going to duplicate this heart again. Turn it the other. Wait, we got to have this color, this one right here. And then it's going to be a different color. And we duplicate it twice for the boys. And I turned them a different direction. Now you can actually change the sizes of these hearts, and also you can play around with them to get them into a different shape. There's actually a term for that. I believe it's called kerning, and some people called it skewing, but we're not going to do that on this one. We'll do it on another video. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that one more time and turn it. Now, since these are just hearts, when you go to iron them down, unless you attach them all, you'll be ironing down one at a time. So I would attach the two pink ones. And I would attach the fuchsia colored ones so that they print out just as you have them on the screen, unless you want to do them one at a time on your, when you go to iron them on. You might could get two on, maybe three when you go to iron it on, but I don't think you could do all five. Okay, let's go ahead and change the color of this to the silver. It's gray on here, yes, I know. And this is a 2-layer, but I'm just doing 1 layer. And then I chose about the same color as these. So I had to go in here. Let's see, this one, turn to this color. And then this one, we turn to the fuchsia. Or maybe it was vice versa. It was vice versa. There we go. Something similar to that. Okay, now we need to find out how big this is. The design is 12.5. If you wanted it, all of this to be attached to the A's, instead of having to do them separate and to stay into place, you would need to attach this. If you don't, they're going to print out like this. Let me show you real quick. Okay, the My Favorite People was typed together. The Nana part is going to stay like it is. But when you go to do the A's, oh, they're staying in their spot. Okay, good. Okay. That's right, because I typed it all together and I haven't ungrouped anything. Okay, and you can move these hearts if you want to save some iron-on. I'm just showing you while I've got the screen up here. I don't want to move it to another mat. I didn't mean to do that. You could move them right here when you go to print, and then cut that out and put them back over. Oh, that put them over where they want to go, where you want to put them. Does that make sense? You can do the same thing with the fuchsia ones. I noticed when I went to go to print out. Okay, you may have to tilt it some to get it in there just right, but it will fit. It's close, but it'll fit. Okay, if you want to do them that way. Now, if you don't want to, if you want them to all come out the same, you're going to have to go in here and select. You've got these attached already. Then you want to hold down the control button and click on these A's. Well, when you do that, it selects all of it. So you want to separate. You're going to have to ungroup this. Now, don't move any of them. So be very careful. When you ungrouped it, that word then is still together, so we've got to, let's click on it, and we've got to go to Advanced and ungroup it to letters. Now, see what happened? Let's undo that so you can see one more time. Right now, okay, no, this worked. When you ungroup, it's still got the 3 layers. Okay, so let's try. If we click on this and then hold the control button and click on that same color, which would be our A's. Let's try it one more time. Click on the hearts. We've got them selected. Hold down the control. Click on the A's. Okay, that has just the A's and the N selected. Let's attach it. Now, before I go any further, I'm going to show you what that did. Remember I showed you? Okay, here we go. It has placed them together exactly as they are going to be on your t-shirt. And look what's happened. Because it's wider than 11.5, then look at all this wasted vinyl in between here and here. But you may want to do it this way. It's totally up to you. I just wanted to point this out. If you attach them, and the same thing's going to happen with your ends. So be aware of that so you don't have to cancel and go back. Okay. So I'm going to go back. I'd rather save on the vinyl and move them the first way that I showed you. Okay, we've got everything together. We haven't got their names in. We'll save real quick. Now that's real easy. You just have to watch your size. And I'm just going to do one name to show you how. I put it over here to the side. I went up here and got the one I wanted. Oh, I don't have to do all that. I can type in glitter. That's the font I want. I love glitter. Then I will move it closer together. Let's see if a 0.2 works on this one. Not quite. Let's do a 0.1. No. Let's click on the arrows and see if they join together okay. I think I'd rather do it by hand. So what I need to do is go up here to Advanced. It separates them by letter. And then I place them where I want them. And I want this to print out all in one piece. Whoop. So I need to select these letters again. If I don't do this step, they're going to individually print out. Cut out. I say print and cut. I'm not in a print and cut. I'm in strictly cutting right now. I want to clarify. Okay. I want to select all of this and go down here and click Weld. Okay, if I just attached them, they would still cut out separately. Okay, then I can change the size to I need. I can tilt it the way I want it, take it to where it needs to go, just so I can see if I do have the right size. And I love the way the J and the Y flows with the shape of the heart. Okay, that's just a simple t-shirt design that you could do with your rankins on here. You could put the hearts everywhere. There's so much you could do with this little phrase. And I think I'm going to stretch this one out just a little bit. And maybe move this one over just a little bit. And none of this is grouped together right now. So when I put it over into Huntress Habits Patreon party, you can change what you need to. All I ask is that you do not save it, that you rename it and save it on your computer with another name, and that way this one stays the same. Okay, I'm sure y'all know how to do that. If not, leave me a comment at the bottom. I'll be glad to get in touch with you and help you. We're learners learning together, and we want to thank all of those people out there that know what they're doing, that help us learn what we know. Remember, rule number 3, don't always believe what you're told, double check. That's Gibbs from NCIS. Have a great day. Love you. Bye-bye. Oh, wrong button.